Good evening, YouTube. She got J Crew to you. Coming back and getting ready to do a overdue video here. I know it's been a minute, so I said let me get back on the horn and so let people know I'm still out here, still having opinions on different social issues that go on in our country. And I wanted to come back on here because over the past few months, there's been a story that's at least somewhat known, on the eastern side of our country regarding a teacher who's an art teacher, and I think she models part time, but she's been in a lot of hot water for some of the photos that have been taken of her, in her personal life and within the classroom. Um, Her name is Roxsana Diaz, and I think I read somewhere she's like in her late 30s, and she teaches at a New Jersey school. She's an art teacher there, and what's made her kind of go viral is really this photo that you see to the right. These are two separate photos that you see that are cropped together. The photo to the left is when she recently appeared within the last few weeks on the Tamron Hall show, and she was kind of explaining, herself in terms of why, she dresses the way she do, and what are her feelings on this photo that went viral. And the photo that went viral was to the right. As you can see, she's very curvy. She's wearing some, form-fitting clothing, and she's wearing some tight jeans. And obviously, what happened is that when this photo was taken, what stands out is her body, and it caused a lot of controversy. Actually, it's an old photo that was from like last year, but it's kind of been gradually gaining steam over the past year, and to where in the last few months it's been going viral, and so it got to the point where some people were calling for her to be fired because they feel like she dressed inappropriately. And I'm gonna post show some more of her photos in a minute, and I can see why that perspective may be there. Uh, I'm gonna kind of give more background on her because I know I had noticed this photo myself, and to be honest, I thought this photo was somewhat um, altered. Somebody photoshopped it. Cause I was like, wait, her back, her behind is that big, in a setting like that. And she went clothes like that. Cause I was kind of surprised, but you know, I was thinking somebody enhanced it or something like that. But when I saw a link to her IG page in which she goes by the strange name of toyboxdollz, I believe with the Z on the end. Um, I saw more photos of her, and I'm like, okay, this is really her body. That I mean, this is just my opinion, and I think I'm right, but I could be wrong. That it's been surgically enhanced, and that was something else that kind of jumped out at me because I was like, okay, if she's being a teacher, why is she getting surgery to that extent? And again, as I look through more photos, I think she models part time. I want to say that's why she probably has gotten that work done to her body. And like I said, this photo to the right was where she had the jeans on with a little short sleeve shirt. People thought that was just inappropriate for a teacher to be dressed like that, in the classroom because they know, especially with boys, they're not gonna be focused on her verbal, uh, direction in terms of where she's taking the conversation. They're gonna be looking at her body. And as I said, she recently appeared on the Tamron Hall show. And the reason I'm showing this particular video here is that, or this particular photo, I took a little clip here from the Tamron Hall show and I paused it. And this is the lady that took the photo. She was a parent named Jolea, I believe, or Arndt. She may be Latino, so I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. And she was asked blatantly by Tamron Hall, "Hey man, why did you even take that photo?" And she tried to explain herself, saying, well, I didn't really have no malicious intent behind it. She liked the atmosphere, what was going on, and she took a photo of the entire class, even though that photo appeared to be cropped that I just showed. And even the art teacher Roxsana Diaz, she even kind of backed her up and saying that she did take a photo of the whole classroom, and she thought it was cool what was going on, and that she thought that she just wanted to take a picture because she enjoyed the atmosphere. I did not buy that. I thought she took that photo to try to scandalize this woman because she knew it with the kind of attention that was gonna bring. She knew from the jump that it was gonna make Miss Roxana Diaz kind of subject of a lot of criticism. And I want to go to Google here where I found some more photos of Miss Roxana Diaz. As you can see, this picture way over here that I'm clicking on now, to the left, that doesn't look like a picture that a teacher would take to me. She's an art teacher. You can find something like a photo like that on her IG page of toyboxdollz. And when I see that picture to the left, when she's wearing this tight spandex looking dress, she looks like a stripper, or either like somebody who works like as a bottle girl at a nightclub. And my issue with that is that if you're a public servant, as she is, I don't think she should be taking photos like that and posting them. Because to me, there's no doubt about it, that's gonna come back and that's gonna bite you if somebody sees that. If somebody sees that you teach children, then you out, you taking photos like that showing, and obviously she's still trying to show you how big her behind is, because she's got a photo held up. But then she know what people gonna be looking at. We're not stupid. She know people gonna be looking at how big her behind is. She knows this. We're not dumb. We're not slow. And so I'm seeing this, and I'm like, you know, uh, I think it's unfortunate that she chose to post something like that, and I think it shows her immaturity in doing so. Because you should know there's certain things you probably shouldn't have on, and you shouldn't post on social media if you're in a public service light. She should know there may be some controversy behind that. Again, that's just one photo. Let me see if I can go back and find some more photos here. Let me see. Well, it took me right back to this page. So here's another photo of her. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, look at what you can see that her breasts are hanging out the side of her bra. And then if you keep scrolling down, you can see, she's wearing some jeans that kind of slightly show her panty line. Here goes another photo. And I took this photo to mean that she was trying to look like that cartoon character from the 80s, Jessica Rabbit. Uh, and uh and you can see she has a tight form-fitting dress on, riding all the way up her thighs. And I just don't think that's appropriate for an art teacher to have anything like that on, around kids. I just don't think that's appropriate. Because again, you know what the heck she's doing with all that on. She's trying to show you how sexy she is. And that's why I kind of talked about how I think she's a model. And here's some more pictures of her. Let me see. I kind of scroll past one of them I want to click on here. See, I'm gonna find. I think I tried. I thought I clicked on what I want to see. This was right here. Like right, look at this picture right here. I just This is another picture here that pops up online of her. To the left, she's wearing, she's showing her midriff. And again, what she's doing is that, yes, she has some art around her, but you're also noticing the obvious, how voluptuous her figure is. She could be like a rap video music girl in that photo to the left. She got the pink skirt on, with the blue sort of top. It's just you don't expect to see art teachers or teachers of any kind dressed like that. And I think she knows what she's doing. She's just trying to play dumb. No, even with the photo to the right, she has like the jacket taken off, but then she has a shirt showing. You notice her breasts like they kind of hanging out. I just think that's inappropriate, man. And I think she knows what she's doing with that. And she ain't doing nothing but playing dumb when she gets on TV and act like that. If I were her, if she was gonna take photos like this, I think that she should just kind of make a link to a private page where it shows her modeling photos. And I think that would help her out if she could just kind of make a separate page for that. Because I think this it's ridiculous. Uh, you when you just kind of mix that in with your teaching photos or what you're in class. I just think that's ridiculous, man. It don't make sense to me. I'm like, what? Like, why would you do that? Why would you risk all that? You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't understand that. Maybe other people do. And let me bring y'all to another photo. 'Cause I thought about this before I did this video. Here in Atlanta, uh, there was another teacher that caught hell over this issue a few years back. I want to say her name was it's right here in the photo. Named Patrice Brown. She was another teacher. I want to say she taught kindergarten or something here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and she caught hell too over the fact that people were criticizing her over the way she dressed. This is just one photo where she dressed, I guess, for one day at school, but she had more photos where she looked like she was kind of going to the club wearing tight dresses and stuff like that. But this was like several years ago when this happened. So this is not in some new where teachers getting criticized for how they appear to be. So, but I think she did a whole bunch of interviews and she tried to defend herself. I guess she kept the job. I really haven't kept up with her. I really just haven't thought about that too much. But I think she eventually kept her job. But she was another teacher that kind of caught hell over something like this. So I think what these teachers are showing is not only they're young, but that they need to understand there's certain ways you need to come across if you're in a classroom environment. And here you can see a video of her just kind of moving some books and some instructional material around. And so I guess somebody posted this video of her doing this. And again, maybe she don't think that's appropriate. What do you think more people gonna sit there and look at? Her behind. Again, I don't want her to get. Let me say this: I don't want her to get fired. I hope she keeps her job, and I think she has, because she's voiced how many people have really supported her. But I just think women like her need to understand you can't do certain stuff. You in certain professions. That mess ain't gonna work out, man. It just ain't gonna work out. It just will not work. And in finality here, I'm gonna try to take you to. And this is her actual IG page. Uh, Toy Box Dolls. As you can probably barely see it on the screen there, called Toy Box Dolls. And as you can see as I adjust my little camera here, you can see some of these photos. Look at that middle photo to the top. She wearing that little short crop top, showing her stomach and then wearing some tight jeans. And then to the right, she's wearing a tight red dress. That's kind of inappropriate, man, for a teacher to be doing that. She going to the club or something. And I just think that, I wouldn't post that knowing I'm a teacher. I wouldn't post certain things. Certain things don't need to be seen like that. But either way, like I said, I think she, I would suggest, like I said again, that she would just make a separate page to where she could post more sensual or sexy photos like this, like the ones in the tight dresses and the midriff and the belly bearing outfit there with the suspenders, to a separate account. Well, and make that private. I think that's an easy fix for her. And to see that she doesn't do that, I think that shows both a little arrogance and a little craziness on her part. Because going back to that Tamron Hall video, I think she was trying to spin it like she was trying to show like body positivity or whatever. Um, to show that women can be curvy and sexy. Teaching, I don't think you need to try to show that when you're teaching some kids. What's the point of you doing that? That crap don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you a teacher. Well, why you trying to be you know sexy when you teaching like kids who are just very young? I mean, what's the point of doing that? It makes me wonder about whether she was happy with her body before she did all that. Does she have deeper seated issues other than what she's willing to say? That kind of takes me in that direction with her, and because I think it's just kind of silly for her to do those things when she knows that's probably gonna get her in trouble doing that. Well, she got J. Crew to you. I'm wrapping up this video for the night. My first video in a while here on the New Jersey art teacher toyboxdollz, aka Roxsana Diaz. Y'all post comments in the comment section if y'all feel some type of way, whether you agree or disagree with me. Click the like button if you like it. Or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. We'll see y'all later, man. Deuces.